Hello everyone. Before we begin our lesson, I want to just say that this is lesson 2 and it's physical education 2 through 5. Then I want to give you a couple online things that you can do, and there's basketball, golf, and now the last one with Joe Wicks is a physical fitness exercise. So those are things you could go online extra to do. As I'm just moving back a little bit, we always want to begin our class by focusing and relaxing. So if you will just take your right hand and put over your heart, and then if you would take your left and put it over your stomach, take a deep breath in, 4 counts, and then let it out for more than 4. That is to relax you during the day. Another thing that's very relaxing is just lifting your arms up, maybe bringing them out and back down, and doing the neck with just a slow turn. And remember, when you rotate that neck, even though people think it should go around in a ball, like just a circle, it really shouldn't. It should go slow, slow. All right, now we are almost ready, so repeat after Miss Sue. Saint Angelo Merici. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Saint Angelo Merici, and blessings to all. We're going to do our 10-second fitness. You know what that is. And actually, as we're moving on, I'm just going over the cycle with you. And it's really 10 seconds. You could do it for 20. Let's just go over the principles of it. We're going to start with over and back, and then you would stop, and then you would do the skier, and then you would do the scissors, and then you would do crisscross. And as I said, you could do it for 10, 15 seconds or so forth. Thank you. Now, let's move in and do some locomotor skills. You all should know them. We've done them in PE. And in doing that, what I would like is if you are running, jumping, hopping, skipping, moving in any way, you're going to make and create a design from these. So some of the motor skills that we want to be doing are the jump. And remember that the jump is done with 2 feet. Then, if you did the hop, it's with 1. If you do the skip, it's just step up, step up, step up with the hop. But when you do that jump, if you go back, you jump with 2. Then you can jump with and push off with 2, but land on 1. You can push off with 1, all right, and land on 2. So you've got all different ways of doing that, but there's 3 ways to jump rope. Remember that. Then some of the other locomotor skills, the hop, the leap, the basketball slide, anything that, the walk, the march, any locomotor skill, I'd like you to create a pattern and a design. Then, let's talk about that walk challenge. Today, you should be up to 800 steps. And that means that tomorrow, you would add 100, and you'd be taking 900 steps that day. If you have not started, don't worry. Start today and take 100 steps. Our goal is that 2,000 steps equal a mile. Now, we have over 600 muscles in our body, and we have over 200 bones in our body. The strongest muscle is our heart. The strongest bone is the jawbone. And in doing some of these muscles and bones, they have to work together. And if you remember the last time we marched for a minute, and we used a paper plate. I'm going to use soup cans, and you can just start for a minute, and you can bring up the soup cans. You're just curling them up. You can bring them together, and you can go out. You can bring them together and go out. You can curl, 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 and just keep marching, or jogging if you want, for 1 minute timing. All right, good job. Thank you. The next thing that we're going to do is Miss Sue has set up our cups and the cup stacking patterns and the challenge. At home, maybe you do not have our cups like this, but you have plastic cups that you could use. You'd want them the same size, and you would need about 12 of them. In front of me, we have 12, and I'm going to go over the patterns with you. You could time yourself doing them. You can create and design a cup stacking pattern. So the first one, you always start on the same side, and you're building a triangle of 3. And that's called up stacking. To down stack, you will just, and I'm going to bring them to the stack of 12 again. And with this, I'm going to take 3 off the top and 3 off there, and I'm going to show you the competition cycle. The easy 3 pattern that I just demonstrated is for us to get used to up stacking, down stacking. So you would begin, and this is called a 3, 6, 3. And then you would down stack again. Back into the 12. Then you could take a stack of 6, and you'll do 2 6s, just like that center 6. But the one that I'd also like to show you is the 12, and that's down. So I have a drinking cup up and 1 down, and then I'm stacking. And then we have to down stack. And we're finished with the cup stacking. Next, I'd like to show you what you can do with a crab. It's quite windy here, and my board went over. But the crab walk, or the crab kick, is just like this, where the star is pointing to. And that's what you're going to do, almost like in a scavenger hunt. But I have made ABC cards, and you are going to make some ABC cards and then hide them all over your house, or somebody can hide them for you. Then you are going to start with the A and try to find the letter A. So that's another task that you would be doing. I think that will be fun. Next, as a goodbye, and it's Easter, and I will not see you on Easter, but I send blessings and that to you all. And just with a silly little poem, here is a bunny with ears so funny. You did this as a young student with me. And here is this hole in the ground. When a noise he hears, he picks up his ears and jumps to his hole in the ground. So happy Easter to you all, and blessings.